Okay, boys and girls, today our chapter is easy peasy. We're going to be continuing on learning about ivy and bean. But before we go there, I want us to talk about our word study sentences that we had yesterday. What word did we have yesterday? D.
Creative.
Creative. And who can tell me what creative means? Anybody know? Remember what creative means, Richie?
You made something out of, like, stuff.
Okay, what do you have to use? What does it say to use for to be creative? What do we use? Our what? Our imagination. That's right. You're creative. You create things using your imagination. Okay, I want you to look at your notebooks. Who can share one of their sentences with me for the word study word creative? Destiny, share your sentence.
I am creative by making a book out of paper.
Excellent. Sophia, share yours.
I was creative of making slime art and art pancakes.
Excellent. Kale.
I am creative because I made a fence out of icicles.
Oh, wow. That is cool. D.
I made a boat. I made a boat out of toothpicks.
Okay. So you were creative when you made a boat out of toothpicks. Excellent. Dana.
I was creative when I made a car out of candy.
Excellent. Kelsey.
I was creative by making a restaurant out of a tube of paper towels.
Oh, wow. That's good. Good. It sounds like y'all have some creative ideas, okay? Now, today our word study word is motivated. And motivated is an adjective that means that you really want to do something. You might be motivated to learn to make, bead necklaces. You might be motivated to want to get 100 on your spelling test. D.
You might be motivated when your mom make you run the track.
Yeah, you might be motivated to want to run around the track. You might be motivated to practice soccer so you can be better. Okay? You practice very hard for sports because you're motivated to do well. You listen to Miss Kinsey because you're motivated to learn. Okay? So our word study word today is motivated, and it is an adjective that means you really want to do something. Okay? So in a little bit when you go with Miss Diosdado, you'll be working on the word motivated. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to put your notebooks away, and I want you to open up your books to our chapter. Everybody got your books open? You should keep your book, put the bookmarks in the basket. That way you'll have them to put back in the book when we're finished with the chapter. Makes it lots easier to find since these chapters do not have page numbers. Shayla, you should be in your seat. We're not straightening baskets right now. Okay, our focus today. Giselle, is there a reason you're not in your seat? Our focus today is the girls' plan to cast a dancing spell on Nancy. This keeps them motivated. I want you to pay attention to their actions as they work through their plan, okay? We're going to do echo reading first. We may switch to choral reading depending on the time, okay? I'll read, then you'll read as soon as I stop. Everyone ready to track?
Yeah.
I expect everyone to be tracking, focusing, paying attention, so you can learn any word that you might not know. Okay? Easy peasy. Now they were ready to begin. Ivy went to the bedroom section of her room and pulled a cardboard box out from under her bed. Then she looked at Bean. "This part is really secret," she said. "I promise I won't tell anyone," said Bean. Ivy opened the box, and took out a square thing wrapped in pink silky cloth. Okay?
Now they were ready to begin. Ivy went to the bedroom section of her room and pulled a cardboard box out from under her bed. Then she looked at me. This part is really secret, she said. I promise I won't tell anyone, said Bean. Ivy opened the box and took out a square thing wrapped in pink silky cloth.
Okay, everybody turn the page. Everyone tracking. It was her spell book. Bean thought that a spell book would be mysterious looking, with a magic sign on the cover or something. But this spell book was plain black. It was old, though. Ivy said it was almost 100 years old. The pages were yellowish. Where'd you get it? Bean said. My aunt gave it to me, Ivy said. Is she one? Asked Bean. She says she isn't, said Ivy, but I'm not sure.
It was her spell book. Bean thought that a spell book would be mysterious.
Mysterious. Everybody stop and say mysterious.
Mysterious.
Say it again. Mysterious.
Mysterious.
Okay, let's start again at the top. It was.
It was her spell book. Bean thought that a spell book would be mysterious looking with a magic sign on the cover or something. But this spell book was plain black. It was old.
Old though.
Ivy said it was almost 100 years old. The pages were yellowish. Where did you get it?
Whoa. Go back. Does it say where did you get that? No, it does not. It said where'd you get it? That is a contraction for where did. Where'd. Where'd you get it?
Where'd you get it? He whispered. My mom gave it to me. Ivy said. Is she one? Asked Bean. She says she isn't, said Ivy, but I'm not so sure.
Ivy flipped through the book for the dancing spell. She read it to herself, and then she whispered it, but so low that Bean couldn't hear. Bean didn't mind. Everyone knew that witches' spells were private. After a few minutes, Ivy said, Got it. It's a pretty easy spell. The only thing we need is worms. Okay.
Ivy flipped through the book for the dancing spell. She read it to herself, and then she whispered it, but so low that Bean couldn't hear. Bean didn't mind. Everyone knew that
can infer right here. She said it's a dancing spell. And if they're needing worms, what do you think they might need worms for? What do you think the worms might do? Kelsey? They slither around. How do you think they might be going to use those worms, Lizette? Going to tickle her with the worms? What do you think, Dee?
They're going to make her eat them when she sleep and make her, and then when she wake up, she going to...
Oh yeah,
that's what I was about to say.
Okay, Sophia, what do you think?
Probably kill them.
Think they're going to kill the worms? Okay, Colin?
Or just make it into a potion and just put it in a cup and make...
Excuse me. He's talking. We can't hear if you're talking.
Or they could just put the potion in a cup and then like pretend it's water.
Okay, might be going to put them into a potion. Well, let's read on and see, okay? Luckily, there were lots of worms in Bean's backyard, tons of them. But now they were going to have to sneak into Bean's yard and dig them up without Nancy seeing. But also, luckily, Bean knew how to get into her yard by going through the other backyards on Pancake Court.
Luckily, there were lots of worms in Bean's backyard. Tons. But now they were going to have to sneak into Bean's yard and dig them up without Nancy seeing. But also, luckily, Bean knew how to get into her yard by going to the other backyard on Pancake Court.
There was one really gross dog poopy yard, and there was Mrs. Trance, who didn't like kids in her garden. And there was a lot of climbing. But aside from that, Bean said it was easy peasy.
There was one really gross dog poopy yard, and there was Mr. Trent.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Does it say Mr. Trance? No, it says Mrs. Trance.
Mrs. Trent, who did like kids in her garden, and there was a lot of climbing, but aside from that, Bean said it was easy peasy.
Okay? Ivy put the big black book in her backpack. Bean tucked the wand into her back pocket. It was still a little drippy, but there was nothing Bean could do about that. Carefully, they tiptoed down the stairs. Ivy's mother was still working in her office, and they slipped past her door like quiet ants. Soon, they were moving quickly toward the back fence. Make sure you're reading with expression when you're reading, pausing for commas and watching your punctuation.
Ivy put the big black book in her backpack. Bean took the wand into her back pocket. It was still a little tricky, but there was nothing Bean could do about that. Carefully, they
Bean saw did not really know how to climb a fence. She just jumped at it, hoping that she would get to the top. Bean showed her how to find the little holes and bumps that make a ladder.
Ivy Beanstalk did not really know how to climb a fence. She just jumped at it, hoping that she would get to the top. Bean showed her how to find the little holes and bumps that make a ladder.
Okay, turn your page and let's look at this little map they've kind of drawn out. All right, there they are at Ivy's house. And see, there's the really poopy yard. There's the little fence they're going to have to go across. Mrs. Trance's yard. There's a little map laid out. Do y'all see the little dotted lines? Starting over here at this little house.
Yeah, it's right.
And it just follows through where they're having to get to in order to get back to Bean's house. Okay? All right, turn your page. Everyone ready to track and read? D, track and read. Everybody ready? Come on, I put the book down where you can see it, please. When they got to the top, Bean whispered, "This is Ruby and Trevor's house. They have a good sandbox." The good news was that there was a gate on the other side of Ruby and Trevor's yard. The bad news was that it led to the really gross dog poopy yard. Bean and Ivy walked on tiptoes, but still Ivy stepped in some. Fester, the dog, whose poop it was, came out to sniff them. He was a nice dog, and he seemed sorry that his yard was so disgusting. Everybody say disgusting.
Disgusting.
Okay, start.
When they got to the top, Bean whispered, "This is Ruby and Trevor's house. They have a good sandbox." The good news was that there was a gate on the other side of Ruby and Trevor's yard. The bad news was that it led to the really gross dog poopy yard. Bean and Ivy walked on tippy toes, but still Ivy stepped in some. Fester, the dog was poopy. It was came out to sniff them.
Okay, stop. Y'all are not reading the words that are there. Kel, please be careful when you're reading. You need to read words that are there. You're adding things to it. We're going to go back to the good news. I want y'all reading carefully. Y'all are adding words, changing words, and that is not, when you add and change words, you change the story. So therefore, we can't do that. I need you to pay attention and read carefully. So start back with the good news.
The good news was that there was a gate on the other side of Ruby and Trevor's yard. The bad news was that it led to the really gross dog poopy yard. Bean and Ivy walked on tippy toes, but still
because we're running out of time, okay? So we'll all read together, starting with the next. Everyone ready?
Yes, ma'am.
The next fence was low and easy, except that the one fell out of Bean's pocket, and she had to go back and get it. Then came back the teenagers. Jake the teenager's house. There was loud music with lots of bad words in it coming from the garage. There was no way Jack. Well, it is not Jack. It is Jake. Let's do that again. That was pitiful. Jake and the teenager's house. There was loud music with, everyone with me, with lots of bad words in it coming from the garage. There was no way Jake the teenager was ever going to hear them walking through his backyard. Mrs. Trance was next. Getting into her yard was no problem. Ivy and Bee climbed over the stone wall and dropped down onto her lawn. Everything in Mrs. Trance's yard was perfectly neat. Her tulips were lined up in rows. Her apple tree was tied so that its branches grew flat. Her bird bath had no birds in it. Mrs. Trance sees us. She's going to be really mad, said Bean. Bean knew this garden. It was very long, and there was no way to go around it. Is she going to throw rocks at us? Asked Ivy. She looked a little scared. No, she just talked, but it's worse than throwing rocks. Bean sighed. Maybe she's not home. And they turn the page and be ready to choral read. But Mrs. Trance was home. They were halfway across her perfect yard when she came outside. She stood on her patio and glared at them. Bernice, she said in a high voice, come here. Bean took a few steps toward the patio. Closer, please, Bernice. Now, who's Bernice?
Bean.
Bean. And what is Bernice? Bernice is her
Real name.
her real name.
It seems
That we
need to have another one of our little talks.
Ivy came and stood beside me next to the patio. Who are you? Said Mrs. Trance, frowning at Ivy's white witch face. My name is
Ivy, said
G, you need to pay attention to the punctuation. You're continuing on. You read, maybe you can teach your friend Bernice that Mrs. Trance gave A. You have to stop when you see a period. Start with maybe, everybody. Maybe you can teach your friend Bernice that Mrs. Trance gave a short, dry laugh because Bernice does not seem to be able to remember it by herself. Do you, Bernice?
I remember it, but it was just an emergency, said Bee. I'm sorry.
Usually, when you say you're sorry, people say something nice back to you. Not Mrs. Trance, she said. I don't think you're sorry, Bernice. If you were sorry, you wouldn't keep coming into my garden.
When I have asked you not to, I need to call your mother again. She smiled in an
Unfriendly way.
Bee heard Ivy sucking in her breath. She's about to do something, thought Bee.
Okay, I'm going to finish this story because we have 2 more pages and we need to get to our partner reading, okay? I need you tracking them. I'm going to throw up, Ivy said loudly. Yuck, thought Bean, whirling around to see. Ivy looked at her and crossed one eye a tiny bit. Bean looked closely at Ivy. Then she said, That's the emergency I was telling you about, Mrs. Trance. Mrs. Trance looked worried. Ivy burped. It sounded horrible. Mrs. Trance jumped back. Go! Go home! Run! That's what we were trying to do, Mrs. Trance, Bean said sweetly. She was having a good time watching Mrs. Trance's face. Go! Now! Yelled Mrs. Trance. Ivy gagged. Mrs. Trance ran inside her house and looked at them through a window. She waggled her hand to shoo them away. We'll be going now, Mrs. Trance, called Bean. She waved goodbye as she and Ivy walked away. Ivy gave one more disgusting burp, just for fun. Bean tried to hold her laughs in, but they came out her nose. And then Ivy couldn't hold her laughs in either. It was a good thing they were in the next yard by then. It really was easy peasy after that. They went across Kaya's yard. Kaya was in her high chair at the kitchen window. She waved her spoon at Bean. Bean waved back, and then put her finger in her lips. Shh, she whispered, and finally they came to Bean's own yard. Okay, was a very long chapter, and tomorrow we will pick up with Bean's backyard. However, right now I want to provide your focus for partner reading. Shayla, have I told you to put it? We're not using the bookmarks yet. Did I tell anybody to get a bookmark? How about y'all wait for me to tell you what to do instead of just thinking you know what to do? We're going to do our partner reading now, and your focus is look for ways that Ivy is surprising, okay? Look for ways that Ivy is surprising. Get with your partners. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Miley and Maylin up here. Everyone should start with easy peasy. There's no reason for you to move a chair when there's one sitting empty right here. But go ahead and sit down because you're wasting time at this point. Get busy, girls.
Pulled a cardboard box out from under her bed. Then she looked at me. This part is really secret. He says, I promise.
Mysterious, with a magic sign on it, on the cover, or something, but this spell book was plain black. It was old, though Ivy said it was almost 100 years old. The pages were yellowish. Where'd you get it? Bean whispered. My aunt gave it to me, Ivy said. Is
She read it to her, and then she whispered it so that Bean could hear But now they were going to have to sneak into Bean's yard and dig them up without Nancy seeing, but almost lucky, but also luckily Bean knew how to get into her yard by
Yes.
said Ivy, but I'm almost not so sleepy. Ivy slipped.
Make sure you're helping her with words she doesn't know, Sabine.
for the Nancy spell. She reads it to herself, and then she whispered in her backyard back and forth. There was one
Who is your partner?
really gross dog poopy yard, and there was Mrs. Trance who didn't like kids in her garden, and there was a lot of climbing up. As far from that being said, it was easy. I took the big black book in her backpack. Bee took the wand into her back pocket. It was still a little drippy, but there was nothing to be. They have a good sandbox. The good news was that there was a gate on the other side. Luckily there were lots of worms in Bean's backyard, tons. But now they were going to have to sneak into yard.
Shayla, you should be in your seat, please. What?
Which is
Start here. Luckily.
Luckily, there were lots of worms in Bean's backyard.
Tons.
Tons, but now they were going to have to sneak into Bean's yard and dig them up without Nancy seeing.
Mrs. Trans yard was perfectly neat. Her shoes were lined up in rows. Her apple tree was tied so that its branches grew flat. Her bird bag had no birds in it. If Mrs. Trans sees
Can you wait? I need you to wait if you can. Shayla, I need you tracking with him and helping him, not off in another world right now.
She said when a hive was coming, Bean took a few steps toward
this garden. It was very long, and there was no way to go around.
That we need but Smith Trans was home there for halfway across her perfect yard when she came until outside. She